Test, test, 1, 2, 3, test, test.
All right. Thank you for joining us. My name's Jason Zimmerman. I'm here alongside Brady Junk. We are excited to be back for some basketball. Tonight's matchup, your Red Devils of Eureka College take on the Mountaineers of Berea. Brady, let's do a little pregame here. I'll let you start it off. What do you think some keys are for tonight?
Well, it should be a good matchup. Last game's year, we only lost by 2 points. The big thing last year was got out-rebounded by about 11 rebounds. Looking at the team this year, it looks like we're going to need Austin Juergens to decide that he's going to be the best rebounder in the conference. If he does that, I see no reason why we can't win tonight.
Yeah, so if we look at we'll start with the Eureka team, obviously. We've got a couple big losses that departed. Hank Thomas, 1,000-point scorer, is no longer here. And Alex Wiegand, who was a 4-year starter, high-energy guy. Those two are gone. So Coach Woolley's going to have to look to replace that scoring from Hank and, like you said, the energy and rebounding from Alex.
Yeah, I think looking at this team this year, we got the scoring. Dakota Bennington's back, and he looks just as good as ever. I think Austin Juergens takes a step up this year. From everything I've heard in practice, Jordan Dame's supposed to up his game a little bit. And this Ian Milstead transfer, he came from ICC. He's averaging 14. He averaged 14 a game last year, shot about 40% from three. I think he could be a difference maker on the team this year. I've heard a lot of things about Jalen Crawford, working on his game a lot this offseason and getting a lot better. So I think the scoring's there. The big thing that I think we're missing is going to be that 1 through 5 defense that Wiegand was able to give us.
Yeah, I agree. This Red Devil team, to me, looks loaded on paper. You mentioned Milstead, one of two who I think will be important transfers, along with Chris Daniels, both from Illinois Central College, which is a really good local junior college here in the area. Milstead, I believe, was all-conference last year, and I know he was a good player in high school at East Peoria. We also obviously bring back Dakota Bennington, who averaged over 23 points last year. He's got to be a conference MVP candidate this year, do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I think he could lead the conference in scoring again this year. You know, there's a lot of guys gone from the conference with that loaded class of last year's senior class. Looking at Bennington this year, I actually think the points go up a little bit. I think he's going to get to the line more this year, which is one thing that he was able to do last year, but he didn't. He wasn't as efficient as I think he would have liked to be at the line. He was shooting about 77%. I think they can get up to about 83 this year.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. There's a lot of question marks, but a lot of talent on the floor for Eureka. Let's take a look at the team matchups. This is a Berea team that knocked off Eureka last year. What do we know about them coming in?
Well, they're bringing back both their leading scorers from last year. Isaac Cotto was a freshman. He was the freshman of the year in the conference. He put up about 18 a game last year, actually. And then they got back this Terrell Carter. He's going to be a junior this year. He scored 30 points on us last year, which was huge for them and taking over Eureka. He averaged 20 a game with pretty good assist numbers. I think that those two are going to be the main scoring threats for this team. They're bringing back every player that mainly scored for them, though. They have an 11-point scorer coming back, a 10-point scorer coming back. They're bringing back most of their core. I think they've lost a few rebounds, but it looks like they've gained it looking at the size on this team.
Yeah, they're big. It looks like we know they can fill it up on paper. They got some size. One of the things to me about this game we're going to look at is going to be tempo. So if you look at last year, Eureka averaged 92.5 points a game. Berea 68.1. So we got a big discrepancy, probably two different contrasting styles here. I would assume that would carry over looking at these big boys on the floor for Berea.
Mm-hmm. And it's always easier to speed a team up than it is to slow them down. So I think we got a good chance of that this year.
We will take a break for the national anthem. We'll be right back with some basketball. All right, we are back. Starting lineup time. I'll let you take it, Brady.
Well, looking ahead over there to the Berea Mountaineers, it looks like they're going to bring a freshman off the starting guard. Number 2, Kevion Hudson. This kid, don't know much about him, but he's starting as a freshman, which is going to be interesting for the team this year. They also have number 4, Jair Jackson, who's a senior. Last year, he didn't put up much points last year. He actually didn't average any. I think he was hurt for the majority of the season, but he's coming in as a starter this year. He's 6'6", looks to bring some size to the floor that I'm not sure that Eureka can match in a lot of assets. They're bringing back the returning freshman of the year for their conference, Isaac Caudill, number 5. He put up 18 a game this last year as a freshman. From what I've been able to read, they're looking for him to have an uptick in scoring this year, so he should be an interesting matchup. I would assume they'd have like an Austin Jurgens, maybe a Jalen Jose on him, depending on if he brings the ball up the court or not. Then they have this number 14, Dakota Mays, 6'5", as a junior. Last year, Mays had averaged only 3.5 points a game, but he earned the starting role in the offseason. He looks to be around 6'5", so you'd assume you'd have Jordan Dame or probably Jaden Banks on him.
One of the, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm looking at 6'7", 6'7", 6'8", non-starters, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how they deploy that kind of size off the bench. None of those 3 guys start for Berea.
Yeah, one thing I've tended to notice at this level is height. Typically, if height can play, height goes somewhere else, it seems, at the Division III level. So I'm interested to see how these guys go. We got a few gems like Jaden Banks and Jordan Dame on our team that have height and seem to be very good ball players. Looking ahead at the Eureka Red Devils, we're bringing a returner, sophomore, or a junior, who only had 25 total minutes a game last year. The number 0, Jaden Banks, is going to make his first collegiate start tonight. Looking ahead, he's the tallest player on the team. He's supposed to be able to rebound well. There's a lot of people really excited to watch him play. And his first true outing in college as a junior. But also another brand new start is going to be Jalen Hosea. He's a sophomore who got heavy tick last year and showed that he can be one of the best defenders in the conference at the point guard position. He reminds me a lot of that Randy Brown almost from the 97 Bulls teams. Great rebounder from the point guard position. Not going to blow you away with any scoring prowess, but he can get to where he wants and do what he needs to. Another thing that we really look forward to is Austin Jurgens. He's coming into a senior season after averaging 13 a game last year. The Red Devils lost their second leading scorer, and from all we can tell, it looks like Jurgens is going to get the free reign to really open up his game this season. I look for him to probably guard the other team's best forward or wing position, as he did all last year, and do some serious scoring for the Red Devils, which will be really helpful for them. And then, of course, you have our leading scorer from last year, Dakota Bennington. Bennington was able to score at a high trip at 23 points a game. I would anticipate he actually leads the conference in scoring this year. Definitely an MVP candidate. He's a high flyer. When his shot's on, it's amazing. He holds a school record for points per game at 50 last year at that game against Greenville. And then rounding it out at the forward position, Jordan Dame, number 30. He's going to give you good percentages, good rebounding, and good defensive positioning. I'd like to see an uptick in his scoring this year. I think he has it in him, especially if he doesn't settle for that mid-range pull-up and he moves behind the arc a little bit, because I know he can do it. I think that he could be a real key. I think 16 points a game would be an easy ceiling for him this year. I think he can go higher than that. I look for big things from Jordan Dame this season.
Well, I know one thing. It's Christmas morning, first day of basketball season, right?
Can't wait.
I'm excited for this one.
It's going to be a good year. Looks like we got Jaden Banks coming to the jump versus, what does that look like? Number 4. That's going to be Jair Jackson, who's their 6'6" senior. Now, Jair didn't play at all last year, so I don't know what to expect from him looking ahead to this year. It looks like he was hurt last year. Well, that's all I can tell, because he didn't play.
You put in all that work in the offseason. This is the moment you live for right now. See if we can answer some of these questions, Brady.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Take the tip. 2 big men clashing at the center. I love it. Let's play ball.
Oh, muffled tip goes to Jordan Dame. Jalen Jose is starting off the season for the Red Devils. Pass over to number 11, Austin Jurgens. Hand off to Dakota Bennington. Spin move, pull up. And the bucket is good for Dakota.
That's a good start, Brady.
We're going to see a lot of that this season, I feel like. He loves that little pull up from the mid-range.
Bennington picking up where he left off.
Looks like Jose is all over Kevin Houston, the freshman from Berea. Eureka's doing their patented ice in the screens.
Red Devils playing man as Chip Wilde does.
Yep.
We guard hard every possession. Look to speed things up.
That's going to be the key to it. We got a rebound this year. Good rebound by the
shot big man. Jaden Banks with the board.
Jaden Banks with the good board. He's running better this year. I can see him. He's getting up and down the court real quick. Jordan Dame with the pull. Oh, he's pulling it up. Oh, good luck. Oh, good hustle by the junior. Kevin Houston's bringing the ball up against Jalen Hosea. I'm interested in this matchup with Hosea guarding the freshman. There must be big things in this freshman.
Yeah.
Having our best perimeter defender on him, by all means. Jergy with a quick pull, and the bucket is good.
Jergy with the 3. 30% from 3. He's going to have to tick that up like you said this year. And back to your point about Jalen Hosea, he's a key. Sophomore, getting a chance to run the point full time, so that's going to be big for Eureka.
Yeah, he's going to look good for them. One thing that I like to see Juergens getting his three-point shot going early. He started off the season really slow last year and was able to bring that up to 30% by the end.
Yeah, he's gonna have to score more this year for sure for the Red Devils.
Dakota Banks in the corner with the ball. Takes the ball to the rim. Kick out to Jordan Dame. 3 from the corner.
Yeah.
And it's good by the senior.
Jordan Dame worked so hard in the offseason. Lots of gym time.
Yeah, he's a pure gym rat as it comes.
He knows this is his last run.
Yep. Number 5, Isaac Caudill, the sophomore. Shot.
A lot of contact on the screen there by Berea. Juergens fighting through it.
Looks like the refs are letting him play tonight.
Yeah. And then they call a little arm bar check there.
Yeah, that's a little touchy, but nonetheless, foul on Austin Juergens. That'll be his first.
Like the intensity, though. It's an early 8-2 lead for the Red Devils.
I would say they're letting it fly, it looks like, and it's going down, which is nice.
Well, we know Eureka's going to play fast. They're looking to speed it up at all times and looking to attack. It's one of the things I really like about Coach Wilde's teams.
Yeah, they do play fun.
Fun to watch.
One of my favorite things about old Coach Wilde's defense is his inbounds play defense is the best I've ever seen.
Good point. And there's a turnover as you say that.
Juergens with a
coast to coast.
Nice left hand, and the lay-in is good for the senior, Austin Juergens.
Hey, Eureka making a statement early, Brady. First 3 minutes, up 10-2. And here comes some big men in for Berea.
Yeah, they're bringing in size. They're going to have to because Jaden Banks, that's good defense, but the nice finish there by number 23, Terrell Carter. He was their leading scorer all year last year, so they're going to look to him for offense when they need it. Hosea with the ball, pass over to Jordan Dame. Dame makes the move, goes to the paint. Little floater.
Oh, Jaden Banks with the throwdown put back.
Oh, what
is he fired up?
Oh, this gym is going crazy for Jaden Banks
I'll tell you what, I told you before we went on the air, Brady, Jaden Banks I thought was really going to be a difference maker. Nobody in the SLIAC knows about him. They know now.
Yes. Oh, the take by, wow, way to draw a foul by Bennington there.
Typical acrobatics from Dakota. He'll contort his body in every possible position.
Sometimes you wonder how
finish when you don't think he will.
You almost wonder how he got the ball up there.
Yeah, it was nice. Gets to the line as he's wont to do. He's a good free throw shooter. 78% on the season last year. Back to that Jaden Banks dunk, Brady. Fans really probably don't know him. He's been on the team for 2 years. Really hasn't played much, and getting a chance to start here as a junior, that's an impressive opener right there.
Yeah.
If we can get more of that, boy, what a benefit it's going to be to this team.
And that was the big question for Eureka this year is how are they going to replace Alex Wiegand's rebounding and defense?
Correct.
And by all accounts, in our first 4 minutes of play tonight, Jaden Banks is able to do that. He's made a few key plays at the rim defensively, and that put-back dunk's all you can ask.
It's a small sample size, but I like what I see so far.
One thing I've noticed in him is he's running up and down the court a lot better.
Yeah, he moves well
for
6'9", maybe 6'10".
As a freshman, he came in a little slow-footed for this level, but clearly he's worked on his athleticism. He's able to get up and down pretty quick.
And it's very quickly 14-4 here. Berea looking to try to find an answer to the Eureka intensity.
Isaac Caudill with the drive.
Little one-on-one basketball there. That's Isaac Caudill, 6'3" sophomore.
He was
good move there, Brady.
Scorer last year. That was a good take one-on-one, especially against one of our better defenders, Austin Juergens. Oh, the alley-oop up Jordan Dame.
Yeah.
The lay-in is good. You knew they drew that up.
Yeah.
It was a good back screen there by Austin Juergens to lead that play.
The thing that people don't talk about much with Dakota Bennington, he has good core vision. He's so good off the dribble scoring, but he was a pure point guard in high school and did a little bit of everything.
Especially on that fast break. He can pass the ball in ways that I've honestly never seen.
Great vision and finds the needles to thread. What a great start for Eureka, 16-6 here. Say it again, I'm sorry.
Point guard. Bringing up the ball is Jalen Hosea,
Yeah.
the point guard. Kicks over to Jordan Dame. Oh, the backup by Bennington. Oh. And the play-in is good. You got to know if you would have caught that clean, he would have elevated.
Berea looks flat-footed right now. They're not matching the speed of the Red Devils.
Terrell Carter goes for the little turnaround floater. Kicks out, Jaden Banks kicks out Jalen Hosea. Pass break's good. Slow it down for a second. Kick back to Dakota, and he's flying it.
Come on, three ball. Get a TO, Berea.
Have we missed a shot yet? Besides that tip puck, I can't even think of one.
What a start. And, you don't, I just talked about Bennington. You don't think about him necessarily as a three-point shooter.
Yeah.
He shot at 30% last year, but that looked good.
That was right in rhythm. That's exactly what you look for out of your leading scorer.
I got to say, if he can bump that percentage up 5, 6, 7 points, watch out.
Oh, my goodness.
He may average 30.
Yeah, he absolutely could.
So it's 21-6, folks. First half, 15:28 remaining. This Berea team, and rightly so, they look shell-shocked. What a great start for the Red Devils here.
I'm sure they were ready for our intensity and our fast-paced play. They seem to be on their heels a little bit. Maybe this time out will straighten them out, but by all means, Eureka's rolling right now.
Keep the hammer down if you're the Red Devils.
Let's see if this timeout helped out Berea at all. Juergens looks to be picking up the point guard now. Oh, no, he's got the inbounder, I believe.
Yeah. Looks like he's on Booker. Putting Andrew Doty to 6'6".
Oh, no, Eureka's rolling a zone. They're having a 1-3-1 out there.
Kind of in the middle. Yeah, we're Willie employing a zone here. Interesting.
You don't see much 1-3-1 out of us. I've seen him switch to the 2-3 before, but this is different. Oh, good defense there, right?
Yeah, it's not completely unknown to Coach Wilde, but he doesn't do it very often.
Yep.
I think he deployed it against Webster last year a little bit, and he's done that in the past.
Yep.
But interesting, the 1-3-1. It makes a little sense with the length we have, though.
Absolutely, especially with being able to put Dame and Jergy and not lose too much foot speed on the edges. That helps a lot. Coming in is Ian Milstead, transfer from ICC. We're looking for big things this year. He seems to be, by all accounts, probably the purest shooter on the team right now that we know of, averaging about 40% from three-point land last year.
Yeah, really looking forward to seeing how Ian fits in here. He can play. He can fill it up for sure on the offensive end.
He's one of the smoothest players, they say, in practice, I've heard.
Well, we'll see what he brings in live action here.
Looks like Berea's running about a
Berea into a zone now.
2-3 almost zone, yeah.
Yep, 2-3.
Now, we struggled against the 2-3 zone in the past at the college here, so let's see if we are able to beat it this year. Oh, Jaden Banks with the tip, and Bennington with the hustle for the offensive rebound.
Yeah, diving in off that weak side with the recognition, able to get to the rim and pull that rebound down, almost put it back, and he'll earn 2 for his effort. Yeah, so both teams going to a zone here. Berea down 14 going to a zone, looking to slow it down, I think, probably, right?
Mm-hmm. They probably watched the film on last year. Last couple years, Eureka struggled against the zone a little bit, but it looks like, by all accounts, we're rebounding harder than I've almost ever seen.
Well,
so I'm liking
we're
that.
just running them off the floor too the first 5 minutes. They need to try and slow it. Now Eureka back to man. Little one possession experiment there.
Freshman with the drive and the good
Jaden
defense
Banks in the middle with
junior.
the length, Brady.
Good rebound by Jordan Dame and the jump ball. Triple! Looked like a little tempers flared there under the basket there for a little bit, but
yeah, it's the first game. There's definitely going to be some intensity here. So you got a good mix of veterans. You got the seniors, Dame, Bennington. You got the sophomore, Hosea, who has to, I would think, have a few nerves coming in. And Jaden Banks, we talked about a lot, probably nervous too, getting his first start, but doesn't show. Playing loose and free so far. And then Milstead in his first game at a 4-year school, the transfer, like we said, from the JUCO, Illinois Central College. So really interesting lineup on the floor right now.
They got the zone. Yeah. looking to this inbounds play here. Looks like Eureka switched their typical zone against the inbounds play. Honestly, I think last year we might have given up a handful of points on inbounds plays last year. Eureka, Coach Wilde's inbound play defense is just second to none.
Good observation. So, I mean, could you talk a little more about it? What is it about that deployment that is effective?
Well, the main thing he does is he overloads the ball side. He doesn't care about it flying over. And the big thing is he has this tallest guy guard the inbounder. So literally almost all they can do is flare it out like they had to do here. And then Team C us play man-to-man all the time, and they're not used to the zone we're employing against them now. Settle for the quick three, and good rebounding effort by the freshman there for
Berea. Good hustle by two there.
Oh, but the travel is called.
That's Kavion Hudson, 6-foot freshman. Did he step on the line?
Yeah, no, it looks like he traveled, they said.
Okay, good effort, though.
That was good rebounding for him. All right, bring up the ball is Jalen Jose again. Kicks out to Jordan Dame. Bennington with the ball. Kick to the corner for Milstead. Oh, that's a nice-looking jumper, though.
Yeah, that stroke looks good.
Hudson with the drive. Kicks out to number 30.
30, that's Andrew Doty. No good on the 3 ball.
Let's go to Bennington, brings the ball up.
Bennington with it. Against the 2-3 zone of Berea, staying in that zone.
Oh, we've been struggling to score on it so far.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea.
Oh, pick off that pass.
Well, that's, not the best pass there. A little skip pass over the zone.
Looks like the foul was on. Let's see.
It's on Dakota.
Number 12, Dakota Bennington.
And that's going to send Deontay Booker to the line. 6'3" junior out of Evansville, Indiana, Harrison. He'll shoot free throws. 22-7, Eureka. 13:26 left first half. Great start for the Red Devils.
And Booker wasn't on the team last year, so it's interesting to see how he's earned a tick coming in for his first year with Berea.
So it looks like maybe a transfer player for them, clearly, right?
Eureka brings in number
this is Chris Daniels, I believe.
Chris Daniels, number 22.
The other Illinois Central College transfer played his high school ball at Peoria Central.
Oh, really?
And I think he's another X factor this season. So 3 new guys we're seeing early here for Coach Wilde. I'm excited to see what happens with this lineup out there.
Now, Chris Daniels, I heard, has actually been a little hurt coming up on this game. I think it was an ankle injury.
I didn't know that. Okay.
By all accounts, he looks to be fine now.
Well, you got to figure adrenaline's kicking in now, playing some ball, live action.
Banks. Oh, the right pass, just a little hard.
Banks in the middle of that triangle.
If he can facilitate from the middle of that,
yeah.
2-3 zone. Oh, and the shot by Chris Daniels.
3, good stroke though.
Good hustle on the rebound. That was Yale Milstead, but Berea came down with it. Kicks out for 3.
Left side 3 up short. That's Dakota Mays, no good. Bennington rebound, he'll bring it up.
Oh, the nice pass down to the big man, Jane Banks. Back to kick out to Bennington from deep. And it comes up just short. Rebounding on the play was number 14.
I like the recognition from Jaden, though.
Yeah,
he didn't force anything down low. Yeah, that's a walk.
Travel. Dakota Mays with the travel. You see Ian Milstead block the little extra afterwards. The crowd's really enjoying that.
Good to see a pretty sizable crowd here already, Brady, underneath the basket. Big student section filled in.
That first game of the year, they're going to come out for it.
I love it. Football game tomorrow on campus here.
Family Day should be a big one.
Recruit day, so if you're a recruit watching, looking in, coming on campus tomorrow, looking forward to having you.
It'll also be our senior day for the football team, which will be
nice. A lot of stuff going on this weekend as Juergens replaces Daniels.
And actually coming into this year for that football team, the seniors are the winningest class in Eureka College football history. So
been an incredible run, rings the last 2 years.
It's going to be tough to see them go. We'll pass over to Dakota Bennington. Kicks out to Ian Milstead on the wing.
Only scored 1 point since they've gone to the zone in the last, 3 minutes or so?
We've been struggling against it. Shot clock's winding down already. Milstead with the drive. Oh, that was smooth. Oh,
Milstead finds a gap. The transfer, Brady.
That was a nice left
Watch out.
I'll kick up to number 3. That's
Berea just
Miller.
ice cold from 3. They haven't hit anything at all.
They're letting it fly.
24-9 Red Devils here. Boy, again, this is a team who beat Eureka down in Kentucky last year.
Yeah,
with three of their starters back. You covered all of that. So I don't think we could have a much better start than what we're looking at if you're a Eureka fan.
I like the defense we've been playing on Terrell Carter. The kid was averaging 20 last year. He scored 30 on us last year, and he hasn't done his usual scoring so far this game, which is nice.
Yeah, anytime you can keep the leading scorer on a team from getting hot early, it's probably a good thing for you.
After only letting up 3 points to that 2-3 zone, Berea switching to a full court press here.
Yeah, they are, man.
Typically
full court.
up-tempo Red Devils.
And Millstep bringing it up too, Brady.
Looks like he's going to be our backup point guard this year for when Jalen's out. Triggy gets the ball, hands off to Ian Milstead. Oh, keeps the ball for himself. Pass over to Jane Banks, hand off to Dame. Good screen by Banks there. And the pull-up is good by the senior, Jordan Dame.
Well, I mean, it's kind of an old school, I don't want to call it old school, but that mid-range game, that's where Jordan Dame really thrives. I like it. It's a weapon.
Especially if you can come off the screen hard like that. Good screen set by Jane Banks. That's definitely a nice look for us.
That's a lot of body to go around at 6'9". I mean, he's thin, but anytime you're 6'9", you get wide.
And especially Jordan Dame being 6'7", you know, he doesn't need all that much room to get that shot off.
6'7" is generous, but I hear you. Big man.
The big man is.
We'll give him 6'5", right? 6'6", maybe.
Yeah.
With the yellow shoes, might add an inch. I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Wild three, no good there by Caudle. Offensive rebound, a good hustle by Berea.
Berea is
wild
ready to
three,
shoot
no
tonight.
good from the corner. They're just ice cold, Brady.
They are putting it up there. You know. You'd like to see in a situation where you're this cold, maybe they go to the rim, but with Jaden Banks sitting down there, it's hard to get to the rim.
Yeah, there's not much room in that lane.
Eureka's defense has been very impressive so far. Well, Ian Millsap brings the ball up. Little ghost screen by Jordan Dame. Swings, looking at Jaden Banks down low. Kick out to Juergens. Back cut by Millsap. Hand off to Chris Daniels. Oh, the smooth
dirty
crossover.
move. Oh, Chris Daniels.
That's a beautiful take there.
I'm telling you, these two transfers, Brady.
They're
Get to know them
so far, yeah.
Boy, I've been waiting to see this for weeks. Here we are. New faces on the floor.
You know, the foul was called there, but that was still just good defense by Jaden Banks. I think the foul was going to be on Chris Daniels. Yep, on number 22, Chris Daniels. Jaden Banks was able to keep good positioning and just protect that basket there, so they wouldn't at least allow an in one.
28-9 now, Red Devils. 10:51 left first half. This will send Andrew Doty to the line for a pair. First one is good. And Berea cracks into double digits almost halfway through the first half.
Coming in now is number 12, Dakota Bennington. No.
Juergens in also. Bennington did just check in as well. So
you think
Milstead, Daniels, Bennington, Banks, and Juergens on the floor.
You know, it was nice to see that our scoring didn't slow down too much of Bennington off. You know, they were able to keep it rolling, keep the lead.
Well, I mean, we have multiple weapons now.
Yes, we do.
So this is a different, not that we didn't last year, but a different look early here for this Eureka team.
It was a nice pass by Dakota Bennington, but it just didn't land. Luckily, it was fumbled out of bounds by Berea.
I like the idea of rolling the big man to the basket, though. Milstead going with him, a little old school there.
Oh, that was nice.
So if the man comes over, you have the big man there maybe to finish.
Well, coming out's our big man, Jaden Banks. Coming in for him is number 21, Kyle Henderson. He transferred in last year as a junior. He's coming into his senior stint. I've heard he's going to actually play the backup five this year. He can guard it. You know that.
Correct.
He's got
Love
a nice
Kyle's
jumper.
game. You got to have guys like him.
Yeah.
I mean, he's skilled, but does a lot of the dirty work, rebound, play defense.
So he goes hard every second he's out there, and that's all you can ask. Milstead's playing good defense. Beat number 2.
It's a little bit of a defensive lapse there in transition.
Yeah.
Nice bucket by Kavion Hudson.
I'd like to see Milstead drop back to the paint there instead of reaching like he did, but going against the freshman, maybe he thought he could get one on him. Chris Daniels with the ball, turn face. Oh, the same move. Almost got him again.
I didn't see that right in front of us. That
looked like just a good move to me,
but so be it. 28-13, Eureka offense slowed down just a tad here.
Back in the game for their sophomore Isaac Cotto, second leading scorer for the team last season.
Going to call an offensive foul there. Interesting call. Henderson, I talked about dirty work, drawing an offensive foul on a post-up.
Yeah, Andrew Doty.
You don't see that very often.
No. That was good positioning by Henderson there, especially on the bigger man against him, Andrew Doty. And out comes Doty.
I thought they were kind of both going at it there, incidental maybe, but we'll take the call.
Yeah.
Milstead still on the point here, Brady. Interesting.
Nice. He's doing it with confidence. You like to see that. He's
Well,
able to handle the ball with both hands well. And another wonderful
and one.
So far, we've seen Milstead bring the ball up with both hands, finish with both hands.
Brady, I'm telling you, played in the Middle Illini, played East Peoria. You're playing against Washington, Matamoros. You're playing against some. If you don't know those teams, that's good 3A basketball in Central Illinois. And he was all conference. And then to go to a school like ICC, playing against good competition, he can play.
Yeah, the kid's a ball player.
Finishes the N1 the old-fashioned way. You better be careful if you're watching in another SLAC team right now. I'm just going to say that. There are weapons out here, Brady.
Absolutely there are. Chris Daniels is looking to play good defense so far as well. I've been impressed with that. He's just attacking.
Look at Chris Daniels getting up in it.
Dakota Bateson comes and helps out. Because now's when it's breakdown. Now's when the good defense needs to show.
Spot shooter. They can't shoot so far. Nope. Nothing there.
Bateson with the rebound. Oh, it's off to the races now. You love seeing him in the fast break. I'd like to see him slow that one down.
It's a tough shot. He can make that shot, but 31-13 Eureka.
Freshman with the driving. Good defense there by Milstead.
Boy, that was some hard contact. No foul by Ian. We'll take it.
Oh, the pass was almost good by Dakota Bennington. Just couldn't, a little high for Austin Jerkins to get his hands on. Our offensive score has slowed down a little bit since the first 6 minutes of the game or so, but we were able to keep our lead through good defense.
We're on pace for 120.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Be nice.
115.
Oh, the smooth move by Isaac
That was
Cottle.
a good move by Cottle. 31-15 now, Red Devils.
That's the second time we've seen him just take that one-on-one matchup. They might need to help off when he has the ball a little bit.
Yeah, this Berea team, they're not bereft of talent, but they're not making threes. I don't think they've hit one, so that's really the story for them.
They switched to this 2-3 zone again. We'll see how it looks for us. Jerky with the ball on the wing. Good pump fake. Little floated there. That's a tough break. It was an all right look. Oh, the steal by Bennington. What's he see?
He will attack Brady.
Oh. And they got the block.
That's a flop.
He's going to the line.
That's a flop.
Absolutely.
On number 5, Cottle.
That's going to be his second foul. To the line's Bennington. I don't think he's missed a free throw yet, which is nice.
Well, that's part of his game. He shot 180 free throws last year, so just the nature of the way that he draws a lot of contact.
Cody, you're the 4. Tell John, please.
One thing I like about Bennington is he doesn't drive to get fouled. He drives to finish every time.
He's an attacker. There's no question.
And he's just a guy that he wants to, you always have had guys that can dunk. You got guys that can fly, but he's one that wants to drive in just to dunk on people sometimes.
He's one of the best dunkers I've seen here.
Yeah,
I've been watching Eureka college basketball for a long time. I can't actually really think of another guy. Jordan Kindred, I mentioned his name before, but name you probably don't know. He could throw it down, but look, different player.
Yep.
But Bennington, boy, for his size, he can really get up off the floor.
And he hunts for him, too.
Yeah, he does.
I love that in a game. Pass off here to.
Fun to watch. Going to be a little arm check there. It's going to go against Bennington.
Bennington again. That's his. Oh, no, number 21, Kyle Henderson.
Thank you, 21. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's his first foul. It helps it's not Bennington.
Kyle doesn't mind.
Got one.
He's got 5 to burn. He'll burn them.
Yeah, he will. Especially guarding guys about almost a foot taller than him he's out there on. But he's locking up in this
wide,
zone.
strong body, right attitude, aggressive.
Good box out.
Another miss by Berea, though.
Another great rebound by Bennington. Drive. Oh. He tried doing the no-look. That's why you don't leave your feet for a pass, even when you have 10 seconds in the air like Bennington does.
Fundamental basketball, but he defies the fundamentals oftentimes. Not that he can't do that, but
he's got time in the air.
Bennington plays his way, for sure.
Inbounding now is Chris Daniels.
Hosea back in now, the sophomore. He'll run the point as Milstead takes a break.
Bennington's going to come up, get the ball here.
Berea still in that zone.
That's the look they want.
Daniels 3-ball just out.
Oh, and almost a rebound for Bennington. Well, now that Berea is off to the races, they got a 3-1 advantage, and the dunk is good.
Jair Jackson with the dunk, the 6'6" senior. Way to run the floor. He got rewarded with the dunk there. Eureka slow to get back in transition defense.
Yeah, putting the sophomore on the island Jalen Hosea didn't have much he could do there. And the
15-footer. That's his game, Brady.
That is his game.
Jordan Dame, 15-footer. You better guard him there.
Jab step in a bucket. That's exactly what you need from him.
34-17 Eureka, just over 7 minutes to play first half.
And Dame sends back the floater attempt by Deontay Booker. Quick pass by Daniels. I just couldn't handle it.
Yeah,
by
he wasn't
Jalen
quite
Hosea.
ready to receive. As Jaden Banks checks back in for the Red Devils, he replaces Kyle Henderson. For the Mountaineers, Brady Whitaker, freshman, seeing his first action. 5'10", out of Saylorsville, Kentucky, Magaffin County, we'll say that. Say hello to everyone back in Magaffin County, Kentucky.
Terrell Carter with the ball now. Oh, that's good defense by
Come
the
on, Chris Daniels.
Jump ball, and that should be Eureka ball.
Hey, Brady, alumni game was last Friday. Greg Kent was back in the house. That was a Greg Kent-esque defensive effort there.
If
you remember Greg, you remember Greg Kent.
Of course.
That I like to see.
Eureka's had those defensive point guards for the last 5 years.
Yes.
Kent, Ryan McElmurray, now coming in with Jalen Hosea. It's nice to see this.
Was that Hosea or Daniels? I thought that was
that was Daniels there.
Okay.
But again,
Jalen can guard it.
Jalen can guard as well.
Yeah. So let's just take a breath. So we're 15 minutes into the first half here. It's Eureka 34, Berea 17. We were asking a lot of questions before the game. I personally like a lot of the answers I'm seeing early. Any thoughts on these newcomers for the Red Devils?
They're defending well. That was one thing I was looking for this year was good defense. You clearly just saw from Chris Daniels there. And then the rebounding has been impressing me for the Red Devils. You got guys that are undersized like Kyle Henderson coming in and just boxing out guys bigger and stronger than, at least bigger than him. And we haven't given up much on the boards at all this so far.
Well,
tonight.
and here's the other thing, Brady. I mean, you played for Coach Wilde. He's running about a 10-man rotation right now.
Absolutely.
So we're looking at some depth here this year being deployed early. I think that's going to be the norm, it looks like.
I hope that's a trend that stays.
Berea back to man-to-man here.
Oh, the drive-by. Oh, the left hand by
Jordan Dame.
Good.
Left hand, that was sweet.
That was a nice move.
You can see the improvement. I said it before. He really worked hard in the offseason on his O game, and he was good before. Could really be a breakout senior year.
He's got good positioning. He's not going to blow away with athleticism. He's going to do the right move every time.
Yeah.
He can finish with both hands. That's exactly what you like to see.
He's technically very sound, and his shot is really smooth. Good release.
That's one thing I really like seeing in this game is him using that left hand like he did. Coming in as a freshman, he was, as a lot of freshmen are, he was very right-hand dominant, but every year he's improved on that left hand, and you see it here. That was a very beautiful finish.
Yeah, good point.
Again, with the good inbounds defense by the Red Devils. Chris Daniels switches out in the zone.
Good defense by Chris Daniels.
Two opportunities there. We could have stole the ball and just forced the turnover. That's exactly what you look for.
Deontay Booker just couldn't handle the pressure on that one.
Bringing the ball is the sophomore guard, Hosea. Looks like he beats his man, draws the foul. That's the first foul, number 20, Brady Whitaker. Almost looked like he didn't see that coming. Caught in his heels a little bit. Now to the line, Jalen Hosea looking for his first free throws of the game.
Hosea 75, didn't shoot many. I
I
take that back. 90% free throw shooter last year, which is outstanding.
That is outstanding.
19 of 21 is pretty good. That's what I do in the driveway when the hoop is on 8 feet.
Absolutely.
My 12-year-old puts it down. I can maybe make 19 out of 21. That's with the mini ball too, Brady.
Oh, he misses the second.
Wow, yeah, come on, Jalen. I just talked you up. 37-17 Red Devils. We're having fun early.
The ball is
First
deflected
game
by
of the
Dakota
year.
Bennington. Kick up. Would have liked to see that pass a little bit earlier just so we could see the show. But a good drive here by Daniels. That's
a good
just
block.
good
But
defense.
hey, Brady, Chris Daniels is quick.
He is quick. That's just good defense by Dakota Mays. Not much you can do against that.
Whitaker looked like he walked, but no call.
I like to see that closeout, though, by the big man, Jaden Banks. He was able to slow down the shorter and, you'd assume, faster guard.
Well, that's a senior on a freshman, though.
Absolutely.
A couple new players back in for the Mountaineers as they look to crack this code here. Hasn't gone their way early. 37-17, 20-point Eureka lead.
I like to see Eureka go for a show here. I think that the way that I'm looking, I think it's a backdoor. There it was. Oh, and the bucket was almost good.
That's a tough 17-foot jumper there from Bennington. Doesn't
Oh,
go.
and he follows up.
Good hustle by Dakota there.
You love seeing that. You know, he didn't wait, doesn't hesitate. After missing the shot, he gets back down on defense. It's exactly what you want. Coming out of the game now for Berea, number 14, Dakota Mays. Look for Eureka to stay in that 2-3 zone after this inbounds play here. Kick to the corner. One more.
Deep three. Nope.
Just a little short. Good rebound by Dakota Bennington. That's exactly what you need to do. You don't want to throw it under the basket. Good defensive stances here by the Red Devils. Jalen Hosea comes out on the freshman. Oh, that's exactly what you need defensively. Pass down to the big man. What's he going to do? Good positioning and defense by Banks.
Really good
And
defense.
Banks follows
Oh,
up.
Brady.
Another.
Oh, another block by Jordan Dame.
Chris Daniels on the fast break.
Daniels, transition. That's a
That's
goaltend.
a goaltend.
Count it. And what they're going to give the bucket, yeah. Going to give the bucket.
No, you see 3 blocks on one end come down in the fast break. That's
Brady,
Eureka basketball.
let's just break this down. So you can't hit a 3, so you try and drive. And we're seeing the wall, the 6'9" Banks getting a block. And then the 6'6", you call him 6'7", Dame with the block. What are you going to do if you're Berea?
Well,
You can't play out, you can't play in right now. This defensive effort by the Red Devils is strong early here.
They've had great positioning. It's everything you'd want to see here, especially losing a great defender like Alex Wiegand.
Absolutely. I mean, we're going to miss Weeks. He was an unbelievable 4-year player, but boy, does Eureka ever look good on the defensive end against a good team. This is not a bad team.
Well, I see one thing that's helping them is just that extra length of Jaden Banks. They haven't had that in my 4 to 5 years watching them.
I agree.
And the nice take there by Jordan Dame, just a little off. Rebound by Dakota Mays. Pass over to Isaac Cottle.
And I'll tell you what, just the on-ball defense is just intense right now for Eureka. Berea cannot handle the pressure so far.
The only player that's been able to score in a one-on-one situation has been that Isaac Cottle. I'd like to see
Boy, that would have been a dagger. 39-17 rolls out.
Dakota Mays to the bench.
Oh!
They called the foul. I wish they wouldn't have, because that's a highlight reel play.
Had to be with
right
the
there.
body, but boy, he got the ball clean, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He got up there, too.
Well, we know Dakota gets up. That head is at the rim, believe it.
He didn't have to run into that at all. He just jumped straight up and said, try scoring over me.
Division III basketball at its finest. There are not a lot of guys that get up like that at this level, I'm telling you.
Absolutely not, especially without running into it. He just had to stand and jump.
But end result is a couple of free throws, and one of them's knocked down here by Doty. 39-18. Eureka 3:36 to play first half. What has been a really exciting first half if you're a Red Devil fan.
One thing I saw there was, as great as Banks has been playing, he's been getting beat on his box outs a little bit here, but with that length, it almost doesn't matter. He can just rebound over everybody.
Yeah, you're going to be able to get a body into him, but yeah, the length might be able to make up for it. He's definitely one to watch, though. For his first career start, really, really looking good so far.
Absolutely. Looking against the 2-3 zone here. Red Devils faded into the post.
Millstat, he'll
That's
pop.
a deep shot. Oh, man, that jumper looks good.
He's going to make plenty of those, I think. You can just tell.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the confidence.
Wide
good
open
form.
3 Doty, airballed.
History of shooting 40%. Oh, and
look out, Jaden Banks.
Break.
Give it to the big man, Jergy. Nope, keep
He's
it.
taking it all
That's
the way
all right.
himself for the lane. Allows it goes
Finish,
in.
Jergy.
That was a nice little take by Jergy.
41-19. What a different story from last season's game.
Something you'd never guess, but Austin Jerkins is actually the active leading assist man for the Eureka Red Devils.
Is that right? I didn't
absolutely,
realize that.
104 in his career. He's one of those guys that his body might be out of control, but the ball never is. He's just smooth running up and down the court.
Very heady player. Another player who prepped in the Middle Illini, which is a really good basketball conference in the area, played at Pekin. And that'll send 33. That's Mitchell Embry to the line, 6'4" junior. He'll have one to finish the and one. It's no good. Berea just can't find a bucket off a shot.
But Red Devils fail to box out, and Berea is able to keep the ball there.
And Kyler Stork checks in for Eureka now, so Chip Wilde going even deeper into his bench. Love Kyler, 6'6" senior out of Normal West, transferred from Greenville 2 years ago. Great, just a great guy all around, but brings some size, some more size to this club.
Absolutely. Coming from Greenville, you know he can run, so he can keep up with our tempo.
So really interesting. This is a different, I'm just interested in this different look. Coach Wilde deploying all these different guys. Really, really fun to watch.
Not used to seeing that for the Red Devils. Typically we have about a 7 to 8 man rotation, but it's getting deeper and deeper as the game goes along. I like to see that continue all season. Good screen there by Jordan Dame.
Well, you're giving all these different looks, and you said with the length and the size, it's a different feel for this team.
Oh, Milstead can get to the rim whenever
Gonna give
he
a block.
wants.
Yeah, he looked good there. He's going to go to the line. He's looking good early.
Great shooter he is. One thing that he was a 70% free throw shooter last year for ICC. Great shooter. I'd like to see him get to the line more than 3 times a game this year.
Just a heady player all around.
Absolutely.
The word is he's had some illness lately, so I don't know. He might be 100%. I don't know tonight, but he's only going to get better and better.
Absolutely.
And I was high on him when the second I heard he was transferring here. I thought, boy, we got a good one. And that'll be his 5th point of the night. Looking for 6. It's 42-21, Eureka College here. 2:30 left in the first half. Jason Zimmerman with Brady Junk. How much fun is this?
This is a blast. This
Come
is exactly
on,
what
man.
you want for basketball.
43-21. Berea looking to just find something, anything they can grasp onto here. Finally got a big man in, number 50.
And they still just good
6'8"
rebounding
senior.
by the Red Devils.
They just can't score, Brady.
Jose's bringing the ball up now. It seems watching Jose on this freshman guard, and he is liking the matchup tonight. He's attacking every single play.
That's his
He's
game.
getting what he wants.
That's been his game. I watched him as
Jordan
call that
Dame.
one.
Jordan Dame.
I watched him as a freshman in high school at Richwoods, and I'm not kidding you when I say I thought he would be great for EC, and he ends up coming.
Yeah.
He can ball.
You just gotta love guys that go hard every play.
He obviously has handles, but it really is the effort. It's
Yeah.
the effort part of it.
He just goes hard every single play he's out there, and you gotta love that. Someone that just doesn't want to get beaten in any facet of the game. That's what the young man brings, and he knows he can deliver.
Absolutely.
Well, against this 2-3 zone here. Looking to the rim. Pass down to Jordan Dame. Oh, he sees Jergy down low, but he just wants to keep it for himself. Pass out to Jalen Hosea. Into Jergy.
Nice
Bucket is
by
good
Jergy.
for Austin Juergens.
Nice touch. So many weapons. This is not going to be a 1, 2, or even 3-man show this year.
Yeah, we got a deep team. Anyone can explode on almost any night.
It'll be interesting to get that stat sheet at halftime and look at some of the numbers.
Absolutely. I want to see how much we're out-rebounding them by. Because
It feels like a lot.
I can only think of they've had maybe 1 offensive rebound, and we blocked it 3 times in a row. So Chris Daniels looking to come back in the game. He's impressed. I didn't know much about him coming into this game. I knew of Ian Milstead, but Chris Daniels, he has shown
I've
out.
been hearing about Chris Daniels, so there's a lot of buzz around these 2 transfers, and you can see it. It's for real. It's legit. Daniels brings something even different, a little more speed probably than Milstead. Looks to be a great defender, as we thought he would be. And he can score it a little bit. Another kind of do-it-all type guy.
He's gotten 4 points this game, all in pretty spectacular fashion, going at the rim hard, blowing by defenders. Bringing the ball up now is, again, Jalen Hosea. This 2-3 zone, though, has stunted our offense just a little bit for the Red Devils. When we get the ball inside like now, that's when we'll be able to show.
Well, you're working. There's a inside-out game.
Austin Juergens
corner
with the
3.
second 3 of the night. That's exactly what you look for him to improve on from last season. And the hot streak that he ended the season with is continuing here.
Yeah, he shot 32% from 3, so that one looked good. I think he's been working on that stroke over the summer.
Absolutely, he has.
As we're now under a minute here, first half, 50-23, Eureka. Hosea with it.
Oh, the young man.
Corner Daniels, spot up 3.
And the three-pointer is good. It's
Chris
on the play.
Daniels, come on.
I don't know how Jalen Hosea was able to see him having 2 defenders on him, dribbling through his legs like 3 times in a row.
How are you going to guard this team?
It's going to be tough.
There are
so
weapons
many
all
options.
over the place.
This isn't a team like last year where you have 2 great defenders, you have a chance.
I'm
you gotta
excited.
have 5 solid defenders to play against this Red Devils
I'm
squad.
excited. We've got offense all over the place.
It's going to be a great season. It
I
really
think
is.
I feel it. 53-23. Berea just absolutely shell-shocked right now.
Well, the pass over to Chris Daniels. He does that same move. Just a little long on the floater.
Heck, he just lost his footing there.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for the long arms that number 50, Jacob Keebler, was able to provide there for the Berea.
But Berea has to be 0 for whatever. We'll take a look at the half, but they just cannot buy a basket.
From deep especially. Isaac Caudell a little shaken up on the play here. He looks good to get to the free throw line. Fouling on the play.
Going to be a foul on
Juergens.
Jergy there. Henderson will replace him.
That's going to be his second of the game. Caudell seems to be the only guy that can get a bucket for the Berea so far.
4.8 seconds left. You know Eureka will try and push and get a look here.
Absolutely, they will.
Either off the rebound or on the out of bounds on the end out.
Looking at the team we have out here, I'd like to see him push the ball up quick to Chris Daniels if they can.
Hope you're still with us. This is a 29-point margin here for Eureka, but if you're a Red Devil fan, why would you go anywhere? You're getting a look at these new look Red Devils. Not completely new look, lots of veterans back, but some new guys. And we're liking it early. Chris Daniels going to push
He knew
at
how
the
much
buzzer.
time he had.
Good take, though. That's going to bring us to the end of the first half. Your score, Eureka 53, the Mountaineers of Berea 25. We'll be back in a few minutes with some stats. Stick with us. right, we are back. Minute and a half left in halftime. Getting ready to start the second half. Our score again, Eureka 53, Berea 25. Have some stats in front of us. Brady, you want to give some numbers here?
One thing that's surprising to me actually is Eureka's only out rebounded Berea by 2 rebounds. Berea has actually managed to grab 8 offensive rebounds, but you're going to have that shooting only 20% from the field. Berea is 7 for 35 from the field so far, and a lot of that's them missing shots, but a lot of that's just great defense by the Red Devils.
Well, and what's the 0 for 12 from three-point range? Yeah,
that's tough. They were letting it fly, especially early, and it's just not falling for them tonight. One thing that's been great for the Red Devils, they're shooting 58% from the field and 50% from deep. If that continues, we're not going to lose the game this season.
I mean, that's remarkable.
Yeah.
What about scoring? I know we've got 3 players in double digits for the Red Devils.
Absolutely. We got Dakota Bennington, who threw up 11, Austin Juergens with 12, and Jordan Dame leading scorer with 13.
So pretty balanced attack so far.
Also, both of our 2 favorite transfers, Ian Milstead and Chris Daniels, have 7 each.
Yeah, 14 combined for those 2 guys.
We're on track to have 5 guys in double figures, which, if you look back at the match with Berea last year, we only had 3 players in double figures, and no one else scored above 6. So looking at this new Eureka offense with a very deep offense, 2 guys off the bench that are looking to get double figures tonight, it's really nice to watch. Everyone's eating, as they say.
Yes, very balanced scoring attack. I just think that's the way you want to play. I mean, we've had great teams here, and it's a different look, but it's a good look so far. We'll see how the second half unfolds. It'll be Berea ball. It's Brady Junk on the play-by-play. I'm Jason Zimmerman on, I guess, color, whatever it is I do, just kind of hang out. But, boy, what a fun first half. Here we go, second half.
Right,
take it, Brady.
Inbounding the ball to the freshman, Kevin Hudson. He's going to pass down low to number 4. And the travel early. Well, you'd like to see after the half your team not come out flustered, but this Eureka defense is just stifling.
I didn't see the travel, but they called it on him. Must have moved that pivot foot.
Well, bringing up the ball is Jalen Hosea against the freshman Kevion Houston. Kick over to Jordan Dame. Dakota Bennington going with a wraparound. Screen there. Oh, and the nice kick out. You wonder how he saw it.
Nope.
Open look, that's all you can ask
Yeah,
for.
no, you'll take that all day.
Hudson has a guy open, but decides to take it for himself. And just misses the float over the long outstretched arms of Jaden Banks.
Run and gun.
And the lay-in is good by Austin Juergens.
To Juergens.
Jordan Dame, he can bring the ball up off a fast break. You don't see it often because Dakota Bennington is so good at going coast to coast, but that was a beautiful fast break right there.
Well, that's your 6'6" power forward running the floor.
Oh, man, that was a good rotation defense there by Dakota Bennington. Met the guy at the rim. I mean, it looked clean to me, but there could have been a body there.
That's twice that's happened where he's been right there on the ball and they've gotten him.
But, nothing easy against this defense.
It's going to send Jair Jackson, the 6'6" senior, to the line for a pair. First free throw is no good, and the shooting woes for Berea continue. Second one way off the mark, so they get nothing out of that possession.
Good rebound by Jordan Dame. Kicks up to Jalen Hosea. He is just ready to attack at a moment's notice. Good pass. Nice back cut.
Good assist there from Banks. That's how Coach Woolley draws that offense up, working through the big man.
They call that the old blind pig play right there. That was beautiful. Austin Juergens with good defense. Pass down Jordan Dame. He left his feet. Probably shouldn't have, but was able to contest well, and the rebound secured by Jalen Hosea. You like to see your point guard come in and grab that rebound when needed.
Agree, yeah. Very athletic from the one spot is Jalen.
Austin Juergens just misses the little 15-foot pull-up. Kicks the ball up to number 14. And the reverse layup is short. Out of bounds, Eureka ball. Jaden Banks just continues to impress them. He is locking down the paint.
Well, and obvious, but I'll say it, even though he didn't get the block there, he's forcing the adjustment on the shot. So that length is coming into play defensively for sure. Absolutely. For Eureka. And that you said earlier, we haven't had that kind of length in that spot in quite a while.
Absolutely.
If ever. I don't remember a player as long as Jaden.
I can't remember
in a Red Devil uniform. We had Mark Lesson, who was about 6'7". He was a very different kind of player, though, in the post. going to get Daniels on the block, and Chris Daniels started the second half, so a little bit of a different look. I take that back. He actually replaced Bennington, I guess, right? For foul trouble.
After Bennington picked up
mistake.
His foul, his early foul.
So Milstead will check in now.
Free throw's good by Andrew Doty.
Milstead replacing Daniels.
One thing that's been good for the Red Devils is Terrell Carter has been relatively quiet, only having Terrell Carter only had negative 28 and 25 in the plus minus, only 2 points so far. That's nice for the Red Devils, him being their leading scorer. Transition here by the Berea. Pass down to Terrell Carter. And I shouldn't have said anything, so he finishes with a nice left hand.
Good move there, yeah, by Carter.
Ian Milstead
showing
breaks
you why
double
he's
team.
their leading scorer.
Breaks another.
Oh,
Takes it for the left hand.
Ian Milstead.
He beat almost everyone on the court on that play. That
beautiful.
was impressive.
He's gone to that left side a couple of times.
there. When your big man can handle the ball as well as Jordan Dame. There by
Chip Wilder with a little matrix move there on the sideline. Avoiding the contact. Crawford to Hosea up top. Jalen, look at the hand. So.
Kick out to Milstead. Good drive. Have to start making shots.
Well, I mean, at this point, you're just looking for anything to build off of. You're not going to win this game.
Yeah.
There's another three.
Good. Tariq Miller, that's the second
again.
of the night. Maybe he's heating up a bit. Jordan Dame bringing the ball up. They bring the double quick, but easy out. Red Devils ready for their offense now. Kicks over to Ian Milstead. Jalen Crawford with the ball. In the middle to Henderson. Good little move.
With the left hand.
Oh, he went at him hard. He's going to kick the ball to Crawford. He's going to kick it right back. Kick out to Milstead.
Good little spacing here.
7
Reset,
seconds on the
space it
shot
out.
Clock.
Going to get the hold. That's going to go against Isaac Caudle.
You know, that's what Eureka has a plethora of. We have at least 4 guys at the end of a shot clock. Just go get a foul, get a bucket, do what they need to.
Well, you know, I think that's smart basketball there. You get a little bunched up in the middle. Jalen Crawford, instead of forcing a bad shot, goes to Henderson, kicks it out, resets. You get a fresh 20 here.
Yeah.
I like that. I think in the past sometimes we've been a little bit over-aggressive at times, and it's cost us possessions. So I like the patience, Brady.
Yeah, absolutely. It was exactly what you look for in your team. 12 seconds
Tough
left in the
pull-up,
clock.
Dame.
Tough pull-up by Dame. You'd like to see 2 Red Devils go
Look
hard
at
for the
Jalen
board.
Crawford battle.
Crawford with the
Come
ball.
on, Jalen Crawford out of Bloomington High School. Purple Raiders, Brady Junk.
He drew the foul. He's going to the line. This is Crawford's debut this season.
It's honestly great to see him get some minutes here.
This might be his college debut. I can't. Maybe his freshman year, you got him for a few ticks.
In a bit, but not nothing regular, so it's great. He can play. We knew he could play. Again, good basketball school and a great basketball conference, the Big 12. Come on, Jalen, knock this down. Get in the.
One thing Crawford does not lack is confidence, and there goes in the second. He's ready to play.
He played 1 game, 3 minutes last year, so those are his first, I believe, his first. Because like we said earlier, he's going to get to the rack. He's going to get fouled.
And if he keeps knocking down at that rate, he's going to be a consistent scorer for the Red Devils.
I'll just put out the fact too, we haven't seen Dakota for a while since he picked up that 3rd foul. Really, in the last 7 or 8 minutes, by my math.
Absolutely.
So your leading scorer in the conference, not on the floor, and you're putting a hammer to this Mountaineer team.
And second leading scorer on the team, Austin Jurgens, has been out too with 3 fouls.
Correct. Good point.
It just shows the depth that Eureka has this year. It's on display, and as you call it, Dakota Bennington's coming back into the game.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, to press against a team with Dakota Benning.
8 or 9. Pass it back to 17 here.
Everybody is getting their looks, too.
But you think you can back off because you're getting killed by everybody else, and then Chris Daniels does that to you.
That was amazing. Eureka's got a deep team this year. It's just incredible to watch. Everyone can score at will. Back to Chris Daniels here. Isaac Cottle answered him with a 3. You think Daniels has an answer for him? He's going to try.
Oh, Chris Daniels.
Chris Daniels has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. This kid is ready to play.
Gives us a little chest thump. He is. I'm screaming
goodness.
into the mic here.
And Cottle go for the answer. And Cottle answers it too.
Hey, going back and forth now a little bit. Cottle's heated up here. He's hit 3 in the second half.
Back-to-back, 4 threes in a row. 2 by Daniels, 2 by Cottle.
Very nice. Back and forth, 80-63. We suddenly have sort of a ball game. Berea's been able to cut this lead, not quite in half, but cut it down a little bit.
Absolutely. The press, good thing you see Chris Daniels, even though he's a transfer coming into a new system, he's showing a veteran presence of, yeah, we've beaten this press. We're going to slow it down, and he's just going to get a bucket.
Well, here's the deal. I mean, you played 2 years at Illinois Central College. If you're not from the area, that is a very quality JUCO. You're going to play a lot of teams that have probably some D1 talent.
Absolutely.
So this is nothing that Daniels and Milstead haven't seen here tonight. And
absolutely.
That they're going to see in the SLIAC for sure. And then I've said it, I keep saying it over and over, but when you play in the conferences that they play in, especially at Peoria High,
yeah,
you're playing against speed guys all the time.
That's good.
So that only helps when you come and play the tempo that Chip Wilde has you play at.
It's a good system from the Peoria area coming here to Eureka.
We haven't seen Jaden Banks either since the beginning of the half here.
Yeah, he picked up that 3rd foul, and Wilde's been sitting him for a while. I see a lot of it could be because of this press action.
Daniels to Bennington, that's pretty.
What a layup.
Chris Daniels is loosening up a little bit here.
He's just letting it fly. I like to see the confidence in a transfer.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
He's a ball player. And Cottle for another 3. Oh, he almost hit 4 in a row on us. But nonetheless, good rebound by Jordan Dame. Ian Milstead brings the ball up. Good crossover.
Good take.
Floater.
He got bumped for sure, but no call. Jurgi.
And Jurgi.
Weak side rebound.
That's Austin Jurgens right there.
Nice
Austin
basketball.
For the rebound,
you're right.
Finish at the rim. Now he's going to lock up. Milstead with the ball. That's all. Milstead with the ball again.
Daniels has gone on to Cottle defensively here.
Absolutely. And they're looking for him because he's the only thing that's been able to score consistently for them. Dakota.
Oh,
throws it up high
good
for
look.
Dame. Just a little off for Jordan Dame. And fast break here from Berea. Cottle is just hunting for that ball. With the pull up, and just no good. Milstead with the ball. Eureka slowing it down a little bit here. Trying to get set in their offense. Finds Austin Jurgens. Turn, pull up. Just a little off there.
That's a tough shot. You know, you said before, maybe lengthen these possessions out. We're up 22.
Absolutely.
Love Jurgi's game. You know, I'm not out there, but.
That's just, I like to take that shot 10 seconds later in the offense.
Yeah, well, you're not even fully turned there. It's a little bit over anxious.
It's a tough look.
We'll see what happens on this possession. Oh, look, he
nice
made up for it.
Yeah,
he made up for it off the beautiful cut, give and go. Give and go basketball.
By Jurgens. Kid can play. We knew it. He averaged 13 a game last year. He's on fire again tonight.
Going to get Milstead with the body there. Pretty good defense, though, really. 86-62, and I like to see Eureka answer that little mini run from Berea. They extend it back out to a 26-point lead here.
Yeah, that's really helpful for him. Isaac Cottle was lighting it up there for a little bit, but they switched Chris Daniels onto him. He just hasn't gotten the ball since.
So strong and quick. I mean, you can see it right away.
I've been impressed with this Chris Daniels. He's coming in, guarding the best player on the other team. On one side of the court, going getting buckets as he is on the other side, on the offensive end of the court. We have ourselves a real ball player here.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. It's exciting.
Every single player on the court for the Red Devils right now is in double figures, which is nice to see.
Really feel like this Eureka team's going to be a contender for the top of the conference. So they're going to look to defend that. They won the tournament last year after a 2-10 start.
Yep.
I don't see a 2-10 start this year.
Absolutely not.
I'd be really surprised.
And also, you look at your preseason poll, we're number 3 in the conference, only behind Webster and Grinnell, who we beat last year in the tournament to win it. I like what I'm seeing here from the Red Devils.
It's going to be a fun year of conference ball. Daniels, that's not going to go, is it? Oh, boy, I would have.
I would have lost it if that
I
would
would
have
have
gone
ripped these
down.
headphones and jumped up on the table, I think, if that would have gone down.
Was that Terrell Carter with the
That's a
lay-in?
walk, isn't it? I mean, come on.
Yeah, it was
Back in my day, you're not getting away with that.
quite a few steps there. Little hippity hop.
Nonetheless, the 4-step Mountaineer shuffle gets it done. Berea cuts it to 20. 4 minutes left, 4:06 to be precise.
Up top to Jordan
Dame
Dame.
with the lemon-colored shoes. Banks back in. The big man, Brady.
And, I like what I see from him all night. Oh,
You got 6'8 versus 6'9 down there.
one thing that I think I'm noticing is Willie kept Banks out during the press, because if you watch our system,
Yeah.
you can tend to use all 5 guys when breaking a press, and maybe they're waiting for the half-court matchup to come back in to put Banks back in.
Good point. That's why you're here. Basketball knowledge.
Oh, left his feet. He was hungry for that block, and
Well, he'll learn. I mean, this is his first start. Has not played really
Absolutely.
very many minutes at all.
to have 5 blocks like he has tonight,
Jaden Banks played 25 minutes all season last year, so I mean he's going to get 20 plus tonight. So almost in one
Absolutely.
game he's matched his minute total for the past season.
out.
He's going to be a factor. Good block there by 23.
Oh, good
That's
pass out by
Scarter.
Daniels. And 3-pointers just off by Jordan Dame. Jurgie with the board. I like to see Jurgens slow that one out just because of the time, but nonetheless, he gets the rebound to make up for it, and we're back on offense. Austin Jurgens with the ball.
Jurgie on the attack, little
That
Euro
signature
step.
little Euro to the floater. You see a lot of guys Euro to the rim, but Jurgie loves that little floater.
Yeah,
after
he
his.
does, and he knocks it down. That one didn't go, but that's pretty to watch.
Yep,
It's prettier when it's a finish, but I'll take
absolutely.
it
He finishes those at a high trip. That little, 5 foot, 10 foot gap,
Yeah.
a lot of no man's land they call it. Jurgens he thrives.
though. That's
in there.
actually his game. You're right.
absolutely.
It's his game. So as we're talking, it's 86-70. Berea's made the score a little bit more respectable. 2:53 left to play.
Only down 16 here. 2:53 left. It's a long shot. Reggie Miller could pull it off. I'm not sure if Berea has it in him tonight.
I don't see Reggie Miller in attendance this evening, Brady. I think we're safe, but I still want to see a strong finish just to kind of carry that momentum into next week.
Absolutely.
And, it's a non-con, so this is what you wanted tonight. You wanted to come out, jump on a team, get your guys playing together, right? See how that
Absolutely.
chemistry pans out.
See
We've
a
done
lot of
that.
the bench.
Let's close this.
With that lead, we were able to show off a lot of our depth.
Look at the big man. Big man versus
The little
big man.
floater.
Oh, that would have been nice. That's a tough shot, though. Good defense there by 50.
You got to give him props for going for that shot, because in practice he doesn't see guys that tall.
That's a tough angle for a big man to finish from. It takes an
Absolutely.
exceptionally skilled offensive big man to knock that down.
The incredible block on the other end. Still tonight. That's the first shot tonight off an inbounds.
A little
play
bit
that
lazy.
Berea's
A little
had.
bit lazy on the pickup there. It's 86-73, 2:25 left in the ball game.
Like
Red
to see
Devils'
here,
lead
you
has been closed.
Keep playing slow.
Dame to Banks.
He
No
met at the
foul.
rim. Like I said, Banks isn't used to seeing this height in practice. He's the tallest guy.
Yeah, you're right. You're not used to seeing the 6'8" big man match you, are you?
Absolutely. He goes to that dunk in practice. He's
Good
getting
point.
it every time.
That's a good point.
Allen batting the ball now is Jalen Hosea. Cutting the rim. Oh. Well, have another chance at it. Hosea inbound again.
Give it to him.
Bring out Banks. Pass out to Bennington.
17 on the shot clock.
Good drive.
Cody will take it.
And that's a
Finish.
bucket. He can get to the rim whenever he wants.
Textbook Bennington right there.
Absolutely. Kick out and
Good
a
steal. Athletic play there
That-
by Cody.
I hope it shows on the camera how high that ball was in the air that he went for that steal on.
That's-
He
he's
jumped
just-
quick
he's
and got
Gumby,
high.
right? He's got that Gumby-like ability.
Absolutely.
Look at that off the dribble, off the
And
step
the
back.
bucket.
Good.
Oh, he's icing the game. He's want to make sure they know they're not coming back in this one.
He's got 18. He's not a stat guy, but he's a little bit under his average from last year just because of the
Absolutely.
circumstances. But
And honestly, it's been a quiet 18. He only had 3 fouls,
right.
but he's still able to get his. Oh, the wonderful
Well, we're
finish by
talking
Hosea.
about all these other guys, but you still have Bennington out there.
And Bennington's still getting his. With the low minutes, the foul. Tyreek Miller with a
92-76.
Bucket.
Eureka's going to win this game.
Bennington with the ball. Yeah, you have to know they're going to slow it up here a little bit.
Eureka spreading out the offense here a little bit. Banks picks up his dribble. Oh, Banks with the little 18-footer probably?
Why not?
Just off.
We're under a minute.
Banks defending the rim.
Never shoot that again, though, Jaden, but you know. Just kidding.
Hosea brings the ball up.
Could have put that on the floor and thrown it down, I thought. You know,
I would have liked
hey.
to see that. That'd been fun. Oh. Foul drawn by Jordan Dame.
Well, Eureka's right at their average. They hit this, they'll be at 93.
Now, I think they like to see that they only gave up 78 points. And if it wasn't for Cottle blowing up there towards the end, it'd probably be closer to around 60, honestly.
Right, which was Berea's average last year. So things played out according to really what maybe they should. But we said it before, this is a team who beat you last year. This is a good team. You can tell they were 500 last year, but they have some talent. So this is a quality, great first win here for the Red Devils, no question about it.
Defense and offense both look great, especially in that first half, but even the second half.
QB1 Drew Barr to our right here. I don't think he's playing basketball this year. We'd love to see him. Last year he shakes his head no, unfortunately.
You know, Drew Barth.
I would have put him in the mix this year for sure with this
Absolutely. Group. Talking about Barth, you know, they were looking for a big man coming into the season. He was calm under pressure against Greenville,
That's
just
right.
as a quarterback is.
You know what?
We love to see it.
On the other hand, though, just let the legend sleep. Let it sleep. They'll be talking about that in 20 years.
That's what he does. He gets rings. 2 in football, 1 in basketball.
How about it? 94-78, 24 seconds left here. Glad you joined us tonight. We're not quite done, but we're excited, obviously, about this upcoming season. It's really cool to get to do the first game here.
You know, it's been a great outing for the Red Devils. You're probably going to hold the ball out here. Oh, they might actually throw it up. You know, 1 second on the shot clock. 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
I would bet my water in front of me that they'll put a shot up.
I hope.
No, I'm wrong. See, I lost my water. I was going to say maybe Bennington.
He might still throw it up there.
Hey, good win for Eureka. Congratulations to Coach Wilde and his staff and players. We'd like to see the start to the season, Brady. Any last quick thoughts from you to close this out?
Yeah, it's just been a great game. Oh, Jordan Dame wants to shoot it. He's begging for the ball. He wants it. Oh, he ran for that ball. You knew he wanted to.
Too much of a sportsman, Brady. Too much of a sportsman.
You know what? It's been a great game for the Red Devils. Exactly what you want to see. Looking forward to next time they're home especially, but looking ahead, that Monmouth game should be a fun one.
Yeah, we'll be back on November 20th. Grinnell will be the next game that we will broadcast. Looking forward to that one. So we thank everyone for joining us. Brady, nice to be with you.
Nice hanging out with you.
Once again, Eureka 94, Berea 78. Stay with us throughout the season. Enjoy the rest of your evening.